and so easy, where like, if that makes any sense. And that's not shade or tea to her. It's just really more shade or tea to the fast fashion people, the House of CBs, and which I still like, and the Fashion Nova girls and the Pretty Little Thing girls and all those girls, it's more shade or tea to them because they're going to look at that and they're going to take that down so easy. Because there really is nothing super involved in the design that they can't duplicate. The fabrication is going to be shit, and the findings won't be the same. And obviously the label, bitch, you wish. But I'm just saying, go back and look at the designs and tell me if you agree with me or not. I don't know. Speaking of fast fashion, Topshop has announced that they are closing 23 stores in the UK and all, yes, you heard me, that's right, all of its 11 US locations. Now, if the dolls are worried that this will limit their acquisition of Ivy Park goodies, don't fret, my pet. Our ever-loving Creole queen, Beyonce, queen of incomparable wisdom, brought back the retailer's possession of her Ivy Park brand after the Arcadia Group, which is the brand that actually owns Topshop, after the Arcadia Group chairman, Sir Philip Green, was accused recently of sexual harassment. So yes, Beyonce brought back her rights after this whole the suspicion, after Sir Philip Green came under suspicion for sexual harassment. Because she's not for the shits. And then, if you recall, if you're wondering who Philip Green is, I want to paint the picture for you a bit. Now, do you guys remember Prison Bae, Jeremy Meeks? Okay, so if you remember not too long ago, Jeremy Meeks was released from jail, where he, in fact, left his wife and several children to go be with the heiress of Topshop, Chloe Green. And they are now unfianced. And Chloe is the heiress to the Topshop empire. If you remember, young Jeremy Meeks was slithering his way down several runways, including Philip Plains. So good for him. Bad for Topshop. The girls love the convenience of shopping at home. You know what the girls actually hate? When they get the shit and it can't fit them. Because at home it's so easy to tell yourself you're a 6 when, bitch, you know you are a 10. No shade. It is easier to buy these shoes in the kid size when, bitch, you know you need a women's because the front of your feet look like Barney Rubble. No shade. Just tea. It's just tea. It is. Anyway, so this week also, you guys, did you see all of the occurrence between Wendy Williams and her son, Kevin Hunter Jr., and her estranged husband, Kevin Hunter Sr.? So this week, Kevin Hunter Jr. was arrested after an altercation occurred between himself and his father. Kevin Hunter Sr. apparently had Kevin Hunter Jr. in the headlock. Now, Kevin Hunter Jr. was able to let off one punch on his dad, which later led to the arrest. Now, it is unclear to me if dad actually pressed charges or not, and I think we talked about some of this last week, but Kevin Hunter Sr. is now alleging that Wendy is brainwashing their son against them. Now, listen, y'all, if there's one thing I know about a fuckboy he's never responsible and or accountable, bitch. It is never his fault. It's never going to be his fault. Never gonna get it. Never gonna get it. Stay away from someone. Stay away from people, because it's not just fuckboys who are capable of this, but stay away from people who, when found out to be wrong, can't sit in that truth and just own it. There's nothing wrong with being wrong. I am wrong a lot. I am wrong a lot, especially as it pertains to shit that is not my business, especially as it pertains to anything that does not pertain to me, Gail Hurst in particular, is not my business, truly. Now, I can impart my wisdom or be involved because of love. But even in those cases, if I'm ever to the point where I'm saying this is what's right for somebody and they need to do this and whatever, and they stupid because blah, 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 I'm already outside the realm of things that include my business. You feel me? So, listen, I think that the biggest, the saddest thing out of any relationship like that is when someone refuses to own their right or their wrongness in any situation. Your son may not have anger towards you because of having to witness his mother cry or be led down a path where she was, even being led back into drugs or alcohol because she is sad because her husband is publicly cheating on her and using her hard work to finance his life with his mistress and their baby. I mean, I feel like if you really just sit in that fact that, like, maybe you should have just divorced my mom and let her go be free to live her life and not really stayed in this, because ultimately, listen, see, I'm getting into shit that's not my business, okay? Anyways, always some fuck nigga shit. So you guys, this week Nipsey Hussle's daughter was placed within his sister's custody. As if you can recall, the sister and the daughter Imani, her mother Tanisha Foster, were in court fighting over temporary custody, who would receive temporary custody of Imani. And her mom lost that battle after she failed to show up on a charge, a 2017 DUI charge. She did not show up, so her probation was then revoked, and a bench warrant was issued for her arrest. The judge has since ordered her to attend AA meetings after that DUI, and she is now going to have to visit her daughter because her daughter will be in the custody of Nipsey's sister. And, I think we saw YG this week. He's a strange little fruit, that one. And I don't mean fruit as in, like, derogatory sexual orientation way, because listen, it don't matter what his orientation is. He's fine. Okay, I like him, like, yes. And I like the way that he presents. Now, I did not like his little light-skinned baby's comment at Nipsey's funeral. Obviously, this is a brother who's struggling with some things, like some, whatever. But at any rate, I'm not like going, anyways. I was about to say, I don't go around listening to his music, but I know who he is. You know what I mean? Anyways, we saw him this week in an interview, I believe, Big Boys. I don't know. One of those radio stations that can get you the rappers to talk, because, they're not going to go to everybody. But he was talking about how he just is not going to be able to get past Nipsey's death. And I think a lot of us feel that way. Like, I don't even know him, and I feel like it's been difficult to really just wrap my hands around just, I think everybody knows that crime exists high. So if you live in a black community, there's going to be high black on black crime. If you live in an all-white community, it's going to be high white on white crime, because that's who lives there, okay? It doesn't necessarily mean that there are more crimes happening by that group of people, but per capita, per population, that's just what it is, right? So I'm not surprised, by the fact that Nipsey would have gotten murdered by someone who looks like us. I am surprised, though, that Nipsey got murdered by someone who looks like us. Someone that he, it just, I don't know, I don't know, the betrayal of it all. Like, oh, God, it just, everything, everything, the whole way, everything about it, Lauren, everything. It's one of those things that makes you uneasy, So listen, I'm continuing to pray for that family and for their entire family and their close related friends and what have you in this situation, because it still is haunting to me today. Let's see, what else happened this week, you guys? Pa-da-da-da-ba-da, skiddly-bum-bum, skiddly-boop-doo-doo-ba. Oh, okay. How many of you would like to go to heaven? Anybody? Anybody? Can I see your hand? I see you. Don't put your hand down back there. I see you. I see you up front. I see you. I see you. I see you. I see you. Okay. Who has $500? Because for the low cost of 500 doll hairs, you too can get your ticket to heaven. That's right. If you see Zimbabwe pastor Tito Watts and his wife, they have sold thousands of tickets to heaven. That's right. You heard me. Thousands of tickets to heaven for the low of $500. Now, you might be wondering, where did these tickets originate from? Well, the couple said, and this is a true story. This is a true fucking story. You can look it up. The couple says that Jesus gave them the tickets. I say forgo your bundles. Those nails that you are currently paying $100 for. Give that up. If you know that you can pre-book your trip to heaven, girl, get your shit, man. Who doesn't want to go to heaven? All the dolls do. Even the dolls who don't want to, they do. All right, listen. I'm just going to slide right into, because, so I told you this week has been an interesting week for me. Girl, this pull up. So first of all, I've talked to you guys about my ex. Yes, that ex. Yes, the handsy one. And, I have made it no secret that, I think that there's always going to be residual feelings there. I don't think that I was willing for a long time to start to work on that whole process of, okay, you can still have feelings, because I think that, here's my thing. As someone who is working on trying to be conscious, I feel everything. Like I no longer get to the place where I am willfully ignoring any feelings that I might have because it doesn't work for someone else, or someone else thinks that I should feel a different way, or even guilt of my own self feeling like this is the inappropriate way to respond to anything. I am feeling what I'm feeling, which actually allows me to be more conscious in my reaction, and also allows me to identify what it is that I'm feeling, get to the root of that, and not misplace it. So I'm not misplacing it in overeating. I'm not misplacing it in, the quest to be loved. I'm not misplacing it in not wanting to be alone. I'm just feeling whatever it is I'm feeling and just trying to get to the bottom of it. And so, this week I wouldn't even say I ran into my ex. We drove past one another, and I have to tell you that sometimes I feel like I manifest him. Like I'm thinking so deeply about him that I manifest his presence. And I had to be honest about that, because I think that if I wasn't so mentally engaged And I think that that's something that works both ways. So yes, we never plan to see each other. It just always happens by happenstance that we are in the same place at the same time, you know. At any rate, I saw him this week, and I felt like